what's going on, everyone? I've had a couple requests for a new collection video. Turns out I didn't do one last year, but I did one in 2020. So here we go with an updated 2022 video. This is, if you've seen my update videos before, this will be a little repetitive, but there's definitely some new stuff up there and some stuff missing because, you know, it's a collection, things come and go. The racks are from Blockbuster. It was a closing Blockbuster several years ago. I don't even remember what year it was. But yeah, it just fits perfectly on that wall. And I used to have another set of racks, but, you know, don't have those movies anymore, and I ended up selling the rack. So let's get into the top shelf. We'll just work our way up and then down. All right, so we're just gonna go shelf by shelf. The entire top shelf is mostly like Pop Funkos and goodies. This top one here is Thanos, and then we've got Iron Man with the snap pose. And then here in the middle, we picked this up at California Adventure over at Disneyland. And it is a drink holder. And I'm gonna turn off the light here for a sec so you get a better look at it. You press the button, and it kind of, you know, does stuff with the gems. And then it's originally a drink holder, but it's kind of fun. As we move over to the middle, this is the print that came with the Halloween box set, the 15-disc box set from Scream Factory. I love this print. It's really nice, and it was not easy finding a frame for it. Those Sons of Guns getting a goofy size print, but just love that one. It looks really nice. Now over here on the end, this is new. I got this at Spirit Halloween this year. And then we've got just some Pop Funkos. I don't collect Pop Funkos, but if I see one that kind of catches my eye, I will pick one up. I've had these for several years. We've got Crow and Tom Servo at the end. Okay, the next shelf down, all the Lord of the Rings stuff. You know, we have the DVD set, and then the Blu-rays, the extended editions and whatnots. Big Lord of the Rings fan. Aragorn, and then the Ghost King, the steelbooks from Best Buy. Then as we move over into the middle section, you'll see the steelbooks. So here we move to the middle shelf. I know we've got a glare from this light. I'm very sorry about that. We've got the Hobbit steelbooks from Best Buy, and then we've got the Lord of the Rings steelbooks. Those are just beautiful. I love those. And I'm not a steelbook collector either, but these just love them. And then the case they came in, gorgeous. And then I have all of the discs in there. I had some covers printed out, so all of the discs from here are in there. Okay, so here we have Attack the Block. I believe that's a UK edition. It glows in the dark. Dr. Sleep, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 steelbooks. Here's a Star Wars light up sign that I got at either a TJ Maxx or a Ross or a Marshall's. And then we've got the Bubba Hotep Elvis edition and the big Ghostbusters set. Now we get into the meat and potatoes of our collection. We organize them by genre. So we'll start first with horror. Now, we also throw in family spooky films as well. We've got the Addams Family movies. Just watched these earlier in the year. They hold up really well. Alien movies, Attack the Block, Bubba Hotep, which, you know what, I had seen a few years back and then watched it again this year, and I don't know, I loved it even more. Coraline, which is my younger boy's favorite film, so we've seen that about 12 trillion times. Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. This is a bootleg edition that has all the versions on there. Exorcist 3, The Fog, the I Know What You Did Last Summer films 1 and 2. 3 is ridiculous, but these two I had a lot of fun with, watched them this summer. Halloween, Charlie Brown, Night of the Living Dead, Nightmare Before Christmas. The Nightmare on Elm Street box, this is from the UK, as you can tell. I gotta tell you, now of course it's nice to have the movies on Blu-ray, But it's a shame that the Nightmare movies don't have a big box set like Halloween and Friday the 13th. I'm not the biggest Freddy fan, but there are a ton of Freddy fans, and it's a shame that whoever owns the films, New Line, whoever, either hasn't done something with the movies themselves or licensed it out to a different company to put out a complete box set. Pearl and X, which I will be talking about in the next video for my favorites of 2022, these really surprised me. You know, I watched X first, and really, you know, I dug it. I thought it was good. And then Pearl was a great follow-up in its own way. It's different. Return of the Living Dead, the Scream films, Swamp Thing, which we actually got autographed at a Comic-Con way back in the day by Adrienne Barbeau and Len Wein. The Thing, here's a Trick or Treat bootleg. That's a fun film. I'd love to see an official release of Trick or Treat. Then we've got the King of Horror collection, and you know, it's got those 4 films on there. True Hollywood Stories, some Mickey, Halloween cartoons, and then the big Dawn of the Dead DVD set. Now we move over to drama. The Apostle, love seeing this on Blu-ray by Imprint Films. It's one of my favorites. Great performance by Robert Duvall. The Creed films, The Farewell, Ghost Dog, Heat. Now I stuck with the Heat Blu-ray. I've heard mixed things about the 4K transfer, but if you have a different take or experience with the 4K, let me know. Jackie Brown is probably my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. Now, I just rewatched it the other night. Boy, Quentin Tarantino really has a way of writing kind of tender and badass characters. And you got Robert Forster in there. What a wonderful performance by everyone in that film. And I guess I just never really appreciated or noticed the love story. I could really sit down and just talk about Jackie Brown for a little bit, but really like that one. Purple Rain, the Rocky movies, Tombstone, Won't You Be My Neighbor, the Mr. Rogers documentary. That's a great one. You'll be crying by the end of it, but a good cry. Goodfellas. Now we get into action and sci-fi. Big Trouble in Little China. Now I didn't watch this one growing up. I watched it for the first time a few years back and just really loved it. The Jaws movies, John Carter. It's a shame John Carter didn't do better at the box office, because this one is fun. Oh, you didn't like it? She didn't like it. The Karate Kid film, the remake, I liked it. You know what? I enjoyed it. Jackie Chan was great. The little Will Smith boy, he was fine. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. I just watched this one the other day as well, and have a new appreciation for that one. Another example where the bride is tender, badass character. Man of Steel, very happy to hear that Henry Cavill is going to have another Superman movie. I hope they do it right this time. This one's okay, but I'd really like to see a good Superman film with Henry Cavill, because I like him as Superman. The Mortal Kombat movies, really the only one that I enjoy here is the first one. Classic. Now, Obi-Wan, this one is just this one. This is the Patterson cut. It's the two and a half hour movie cut of the Obi-Wan show. Not perfect. I'm not expecting anything to be perfect, but it's a lot better than what was presented as the TV show. Pirates of the Caribbean films, Planet of the Apes movies, the old ones, Predator films, the newer Star Trek movies, Revenge of the Sith, the Ultimate Edition, bootleg, but this one's kind of cool. It has it had Clone Wars, and then it had, a couple Bad Batch episodes. So everything is chronological in there. I have to be honest here, the Bad Batch episodes are average. For me, they're average. But I do enjoy seeing the Clone Wars and then the movie itself chronologically put together. That's a good one. We've got the Despecialized editions, Super 8, the Superman films. Oh, there's a rumor that the rest of the 4Ks are coming out next year. Terminator films, the Tron movies, and then Gleaming the Cube. Gleaming the Cube is a title that it never made the jump to Blu-ray. We only had just a DVD release, which is way out of print. I don't know why, what's holding it up, but I'd love to see a boutique label get a hold of Gleaming the Cube and release it. Now we move into comedy. Big Lebowski, Bowfinger, then we've got the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and Christmas animated films. Clue, I just watched that this year again. Holds up so well. Great movie. Ed Wood, I watch it once a year. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Fast Times Criterion, the Freaky Friday films. I enjoy both of these quite a bit. I grew up with, this one, the original one with Jodie Foster, but the Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan one was done very well. Galaxy Quest, Game Night, Lilo and Stitch. It sounds like I've been smoking 12 cigarettes this morning. The Monsters Incorporated movies, Muppet Christmas Carol, Proposal, The Rocker, Rudolph, the Rush Hour films, Tu Wong Fu. Tu Wong Fu holds up really well. Watch that again. Tropic Thunder, WALL-E. You've got Mail, the Cornetto trilogy. Now, you know what? Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, I really enjoy. Those work for me. I've tried watching World's End again. Not for me. Really, I got this for Malibu's Most Wanted. That is just silly fun. One Crazy Summer I watched for the first time this summer, and that was great. And we still have the Disneyland Fun sing-along songs. If you have a child, you know what it's like to watch something 10,000 times. This is one of those titles. We have watched this DVD 10,000 times, and you can see by all the grit and grime, it has been held by a child. And you know what? It's still a lot of fun. It makes me happy even when we watch it now. Great memories. Now we get into TV, Avatar Last Airbender and Korra box sets. That's the complete series for both. Cheers, I just have the first season. When I finish watching this, I'll probably pick up the second one. Firefly, I saw that Frasier, the complete series, is coming out. It has been released on Blu-ray, so I think I'll pick that up when there's a price break on it. And they're rebooting Frasier, but I think it's only with Frasier. None of the other cast members are going to come back. Firefly, the complete series, and I think I have Serenity in there as well. Freaks and Geeks, the complete series. Yes, this one is unopened because I have the yearbook edition down here, which I'll show you. Friday Night Lights on DVD. I kept the DVD version because it has all the special features which were not ported over. Let's just move down real quick. They were not ported over to the Mill Creek Blu-ray set. Gravity Falls, complete series. That's a fun show if you haven't seen it before. It's a really good release by Shout Factory. Mama's Family. Hey, no shame in my game. I like Mama's Family. Here are, these are some of the Mystery Science Theater releases. I've purchased over the years, starting with, I think it was Rhino Records or Rhino Entertainment, and then Shout Factory took over. I've collected all of them, all of the box sets. Even the Godzilla one that went out of print. But, sometimes I want to watch a Joel episode. Sometimes I want to watch a Mike episode. I made my own cover art. It's cheesy, but it works. And so these are all in order. And then here are all of the, Rhino Home Video. That's who it is. And just all of the releases. I put them that way. So that way I can be like, I want a season 3 episode or I want a season 8 episode. So that goes all the way down here. And then we've got the movie, the film crew DVDs. They only had 4 of those. And then The Office, the complete series on Blu-ray. Parks and Rec, the complete series. The first 5 seasons of The Simpsons. I don't know if I'll get any more because they stopped releasing them on physical media. Shame on them. We've got the Clone Wars Volume 1 and 2. This was before the animated series came out. Teen Titans and the Teen Titans movie and the complete series of The Wire. Wonderful show. Now we move into our 4Ks. Alien, the Avengers, whatever this one is, Infinity War and Endgame. Batman we just picked up for Black Friday. It was okay, but I want to see what the 4K looks like. 2049, Blade Runner 2049. This is probably the prettiest 4K I've seen. It is gorgeous. Casino Christmas Vacation. Some people have asked me about the transfer on this, and I have not watched it yet. I will watch it probably in the next couple days when I decorate the house for Christmas. Dr. Sleep. I finally watched the is it the extended or the director's cut? The director's cut. I think I like that one more. The director's cut was very good. Dune. Elvis. I'll be talking about Elvis in the next video as well. The Ghostbusters discs, which were in that big box set. I just pulled those out. The recent Godzilla films. Guardians 1 and 2. The John Wick movies. That new John Wick looks really good. Looking forward to that next year. The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. You know what? I just stuck with those two because those are the two that I enjoy the most. Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then we've got Skull Island, Magnificent Seven. Nope. I may be talking about that one as well in the next video. Prometheus. So, okay, for all of you slipcover heads, no, Prometheus did not originally come with a slipcover. I had one made because I'm kind of weird. When it comes with to the 4Ks, I got to have all slipcovers. Listen, call it what you will. It's crazy. I understand it's crazy. I accept the crazy. But there's Prometheus. I really enjoy Prometheus. Then the other one, the Covenant one, Return of the Living Dead, that's a nice 4K. Shazam. The Star Trek releases. These are the only, okay. I don't mean to hurt Star Trek feelings here. This is all I like for Star Trek. Right here. Just the movies. The shows, it was fine. I cannot get into any other Star Trek but these movies. That's it. The Star Warses, Superman the movie, like I mentioned before, I really hope the other ones come out next year. The Thing, that's a beautiful release. That's another nice looking 4K. Maverick, loved Maverick. Back to the Future movies, Harry Potter movies, Indiana Jones movies. I'm really hoping this new Indiana Jones is good. Jaws, Matrixes, Onward. Here's a Pixar film that is rarely talked about, and it is a very cute film. Onward. Check it out if you haven't. It's very cute. The new Apes movies and the Tremors box set. We're just going to move on down to the CDs. I'm not going to go over the CDs because this is not a CD collection update, but there you go. It's a lot of soundtracks. And then my old school DVD sign. Okay, so now we have the Halloween Michael Myers shelves. This is the 15-disc box set of Pop Funko. We've got all of the Scream Factory titles, Halloween 2018 and Kills, and I will be picking up Ends because, you know what? At first when I watched it, I was like, I don't think I like this. I was a bit perplexed. You know what? I watched it a few more times and I'm like, I think I dig this now. It just kind of bombarded my senses at first, but yeah, I enjoyed it. So I'm going to be picking that one up. This is a goofy looking Pop Funko. I don't know. I thought it was different and fun. A couple other 4Ks and whatnots. And then we've got the Rob Zombie theatrical editions. That is a big Pop Funko. I had to get that from an online store because I haven't seen it anywhere else. Then we've got the Best Buy. I think these are all Best Buys. Original Steelbook, the 2018 Todd McFarlane Steelbook. And then we've got both of this is the original and then the reprint of the Best Buy Steelbooks. And then we have the Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set, Star Trek VHS box set, and a couple pins. The few VHS that I do have, I don't collect VHS or anything, but just stuff I've picked up through the years. Got a couple toys. And this is my to watch pile / do I want to put it in like the main collection. And next shelf down we have, these cards were made by Jack's Attic. and I will provide the link down below. He makes some really cool stuff. He makes cards. He makes prints. That one actually glows in the dark. That's the Spirit Halloween Michael. He also made that print and that print and that print. He does really cool stuff. And then on the bottom, that's the big Michael Myers, the Halloween Criterion, Baby Yoda, Godzilla, got a Friday the 13th print, the Fog poster, that's a Scream Factory poster that I was able to meet Adrienne Barbeau at Comic-Con, the same one that I mentioned before, another Godzilla. And then we just have my headphones, Ghostbusters Laserdisc, Hatbox Ghost, and then we have over here, that was the Freaks and Geeks DVD set that I was talking about. My Star Wars cards from when I was little. So that's it. That's the 2022 collection update. Appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, just leave them down below. Take care, and I will catch you probably before the end of the year with my favorite movies of 2022.